Well, hello and welcome to Elden Ring Overly Detailed Playthrough Play, Part 38. We're starting right at the beginning of me starting the game because I want to give myself time for some stuff. I'll just run through the castle, I guess. I'm gonna say the thing that I usually say at the start of every episode. But first, before we get to the recap, I just want to say one thing. So this right here is a big part of why my video upload schedule has been slow. Paying for 300 megabits per second download and 15 megabits per second upload, and instead I get this crap. And it's happening pretty frequently. But don't you worry, we're gonna fix it on Tuesday. Gonna be replacing these with this. Yeah, you get my meaning? We're throwing out the Packers, and we're bringing in a heavy. Trading birds for a war machine, if you know what I'm saying. And that's about it. There it is. But now, if you'd like to skip the recap, go to the following time. So in part 37 of this odd power, we started right in the south of LIURNIA, dropped down the cliff, and killed a bunch of soldiers congregating at the bottom. Then we traveled south along the side of the cliff to the other side of the broken bridge we saw on Limgrave, killed a troll along the way, and picked up a silver firefly, and finally headed to the day's destination after finding nothing of value, even though I thought there was going to be something there. That was a pointless venture. The destination was the cliff bottom catacombs, where we picked up the Noxmere helm, died, picked up the warped axe and omen cleaver, died, picked up prattling pate wonderful and page ashes, then met another Erdtree burial watchcat, this time wielding a staff. Took him 3 attempts at killing the skelly boys to realize he needed to hit them more than once to make them stay down, which made killing him even easier, and then we picked up the Caden sellsword ashes to finish the day. And now, we open a door. Very loud, creaky door. I do recall there being nothing to do in here. So the first place we're gonna go today is a cave, and if I recall correctly, this cave is full of poison. Now this might sound silly to say, given what I just said, but first, though... Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. Did I already talk to that guy? He's supposed to give you grapes. Okay. So, we're gonna follow the same path we did last time. Except actually, we're not. We're gonna go this way. I just decided. A sacred tear. Hello.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then, perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied Glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
Now, you think this guy's a money grubber when he says that, but then he says 10 runes, and you're like, oh, he actually meant small.
Bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
Nonsense, I'm sure you have great sorceries. Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc, and Starlight. Starlight's the only one I don't have, I think. Yeah? Number held 110. Yep. That's correct. But if I recall correctly, you can slot, like, 2 of the same spell in one slot, and then you have more of that spell? No, this game uses mana. So that's not a smart thing I said. Whatever. You can usually progress dialogue by buying everything from somebody, so let's go ahead and do that. Create starlight to illuminate surroundings. Starlight is one of the glintstone sorceries of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. Creates a small floating starlight that illuminates surroundings. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Granted to sorcerers who depart from the Academy to embark on journeys, even during the blackest night's sojourns underground or imprisonment in jail, the stars are never far from a sorcerer's side. Do I meet the requirements? I do.
You, kind soul, for learning my paltry sorceries. I never imagined that a bluntstone like myself would have the chance to play teacher. Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. All right, I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
That's horrible.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery, but still, my place
Oh,
is at the
no.
Academy.
Of course, yes. Now, he says find an extra key for him. I'm completely fine with spoilers at this point, because I've played through the game like 5 times now. If someone could put in the comments, like, is there actually a second glintstone key? Or is that just, like, flavor dialogue? I'm really curious, because I've never seen a second glintstone key in any of my playthroughs, or any playthroughs I've watched on YouTube. Just let me know in the comments if you feel generous with your information. Thank you.
You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things.
Let's go talk to Selen now that we've talked to that guy.
My apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
Study sorcery? No. I can't talk to her about tops. Alright, but I want to see... It's the Witchbane Ruins where the Selen is, right? And she's still in both places for me. I don't understand how the game decides whether you can jump off of Torrent, or you have to stop and get down gently. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it.
It will do no good, I swear it.
Oh good, I'm poisoned. But there's gonna be plenty more of that in the future, because it's time to go to the place that we were gonna go right after we talked to Tops and see if his dialogue changed now that we talked to Selen after talking to him. Even though she said nothing of significance because we'd already talked to her several times and bought all her junk.
Back to learn another? Wonderful. You're most welcome to any of my anemic little spells.
Yikes. Alright, maybe I do need the light wall. Ouch! Okie dokie. Warming stone. What else? Nothing? Well, that's kind of rude. Nothing. Okay. Oh, I forgot there's this place. Hello. Foot soldier helmet. The Glintstone Craftsman's book. Good, good. We found the second one quite a while ago. About time we had the first one. The Glintstone Craftsman's Cookbook 1 contains information on faux sorceries, such as they were called. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following. Cuckoo Glintstone. Oh, faux sorceries, because they're like the stones that create magic when you break them. That's not real sorcery. You just have enchanted rocks. The foot soldier helmet is a helmet with a protective metal plate, widely issued to foot soldiers in a lord's army. Fascinating. A smoldering butterfly. A more things behind these things? No, nothing in there. Alright then, down to the Grace.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
New things. The Nomadic Warrior's Cookbook 11. Acquire the knowledge to craft the crystal dart, spell-proof dried liver, and the shattershard arrow. Estoc. A large piercing sword with a long hard-bladed edge which also capable of slashing attacks. For its large size it can be wielded rather nimbly, leaving little opportunity for the enemy to counter. The Astrologer's Staff. A staff of the astrologers. You don't say. A glintstone is embedded in the tip, enabling it to be used as a catalyst for sorceries. Sorceries must be memorized first at a site of lost grace, and a staff must be equipped to cast them. How many more runes do we need to buy the rest of the stuff that we don't have? Why isn't there a number held for weapons and armor? 5.5. I need 5,500 more souls. More runes. Rooney Doons. 200, 800. So it's a total of 1,200. I do not have enough. We will return. Actually, we'll... should probably buy the rest of his stuff. You know, since we already started this, may as well, you know.
Last straw, you bloody thief. Filthy thief.
Yeah, that feels bad, but, you know, like I said, it's already begun. The Nomadic Merchant's bell-bearing 5. And we'll purchase the rest of his stuff, you know, the next time we're in the, You know what the deal is, why I did that. I don't have to explain it again. They all say exactly the same thing. That's kind of boring. As expansive and detailed as this game is, I always, you know, I feel a little ping of, like, with self-reflection, I feel a little ping of, like, whininess whenever I complain about something like that. Because I'm just like, look at all the things they did do, and you're going to focus on that. There we go. This forest is dark. materia leaf. Hello, bat. Hello, other bat. Goodbye, both of you. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Wait, why is there a jump pad right there? Jump pad? I did not remember that at all. Interesting. I'm sorry I forgot you existed, Spirit Spring. And I'm sorry I called you a jump pad. So that ledge goes all the way around, huh? Yeah, it's neat. I feel like everybody should know this by now, but in case you don't, if you poison those things, they explode. The poison they emit is like part of their vital system, and it, yeah, I read the note to you guys. Never mind. I don't think it goes as in-depth with the lore, though, but, like, basically their anatomy is such that they have to expel that. Otherwise, they build up too much of it, and it hurts them. And when you poison them, it overloads them with it, and they can't expel it fast enough, and they blow up. And I thought that was a neat extra bit of information on it. And hopefully you thought it was a neat bit of extra information too, otherwise I just bored the shit out of you. Crystal cave moss. New, it says. And so it would seem we only have one. Crystal cave moss is a faintly luminescent moss that grows in dark caves laced with fine crystals. Among mosses, it possesses unique medicinal properties. Can we use it in anything? Man, we can craft a hell of a lot of stuff. We might have to have another montage episode at some point where we just craft everything that we haven't seen before. Yeah. What was I gonna look for, though? Oh, things that require crystal cave moss. Yeah, there's one. Preserving boluses. Rot buildup and cures rot. Dew-kissed herba, crystal cave moss, and sacramental bud. Yeah, the sacramental bud is, I think I went on a rant about that already. It's like, it's an ingredient that's finite. It doesn't grow back. And I'm just like, why? Why? Why can I not make as many preserving boluses as I want? Because if you could just have infinite preserving boluses, then there's no incentive to be careful in rot, I would wager, is their explanation for that. Not gonna cure the poison, just gonna heal through it. Ow! Why do you exist? Oh! Hey! They apparently thought that was a rude question. And to be fair, they're not wrong. Asking someone why they exist is a pretty rude question. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Stop that. I'm just gonna ignore the big plants, because they're too spongy. We'll just work around them. kill ones I haven't killed yet, of course, because there's always a chance that a specific one will drop an item. Ow! I did not know they could bleed. Hey, and it did. 5 Poison Bloom and Miranda Powder. Okay. Thought that was a tight enough turn to get rid of those, but apparently not. Hello? Hello? So I think rather than bleeding it, I'm just like hitting it twice when I jump like that. I think that's what's actually going on there. Budding cave moss. I think we go ahead and use this. And make another one. Or, 3. Need to make at least one other one, because, that's how I can tell that I've already picked it up. Oh, but we need to... Budding cave moss is a faintly luminescent moss that grows in dark caves speckled with tiny yellow flowers. Material used for crafting items, it is primarily used in perfumes. Interesting. Go this way? And I really wish there were cave maps. The developers are like, I'll bet you do. But there aren't. Oh, the Sage set. Of course. Oh, it's one of these. Let's just read the Sage set while we're poisoned. The Sage Hood is a burgundy-pointed hood, attire of the wise sages who are deemed heretical. Evidence that the wearer was driven from town. The Sage Robe is a thick burgundy robe. The Sage Trousers are thick burgundy trousers. Well, alright then. That come with a new weapon, staff, whatever, the junk? I don't think so. That's creepy. You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of the scene in Jeepers Creepers 2, where the monster lands on the bus and makes a hole in it and lets his wing dangle down inside. a Serpent Arrow, and a Golden Rune 5. I think that's the first for Serpent Arrow. The Serpent Arrow is an arrow carved to resemble a flying snake, used in tandem with the serpent bow. Loyal minions of formless serpents, their fangs are daubed with deadly poison. Alright, so that was a dead end, so now we know we need to go the other way. Stake America, that means there's a boss soon. Toxic mushroom. Poison bloom. Well, I guess our first fight with the boss is while we're poisoned and at low health. Which means we're gonna die. Go quickly now. The Cleanrot Knight. The winged sword insignia. There are no other items in here, so yeah. Alright, so I wanted to address, I did not let him live long enough for us to see all of his abilities, and it's for a very specific reason. I didn't know he would die that fast. That's 3 hits right here. I fully expected to have to fight him again. That's 4, 5, 6. Seven. I hit him 6 times, and it took away half of his health. The entire rest of the health bar was the 7th hit. I did not expect a bleed to take that much out of him. I was fully expecting to have to do that fight a second time, so I apologize that he died so quickly. It was not on purpose. It was an accident. That's my bad. So now we go over here. Oh, let's read the talisman we got first. The winged sword insignia is a talisman depicting a raised prosthetic blade, an honor bestowed upon the knights who fought alongside Millennia the Severed. Raises attack power with successive attacks. The wings symbolize Millennia and her undefeated prowess. Though she never knew relief from the accursed rot she was born into, her blade was forever beautiful and relentless. Nice. The Kite Shield is a standard medium-sized metal shield. Metal shields reliably negate physical damage when guarding a trait which made them highly trusted on the battlefield. The Astrologer Hood is a hood fashioned from supple cloth, worn by those who look to the cosmos above. They read fate in the stars and are said to be the heirs of Glintstone sorcerers. But alas, the night sky no longer cradles fate. Astrologer Robe is a robe fashioned from supple cloth. Astrologer Gloves, gloves fashioned from fine, supple cloth. Oh, the cloth used for the gloves is fine. Astrologer's Trousers, trousers worn inside a robe. So the trousers are made out of stupid cloth, and then the gloves are fine and supple, and then the robe and the hood are just supple. Gotcha. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. I've been recording for 57 minutes, and I hope it's been an enjoyable time for you all. Next time, I think we go... There should be another cave, I believe, like somewhere along here, if I'm not too utterly mistaken. But we'll be exploring this general area next time. But until then, you take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful time doing whatever it is you do between my videos. And, love you, goodbye! Oh, and, make sure you like and subscribe if you're still here and enjoyed it.